Alright, so after watching the very first episode of The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, I did notice that not many people are actually talking about Okafor's plan about taking over the CRM. And of course, spoiler alert, if you did not watch the very first episode of The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, Okafor does end up dying at the very end by the hands of Michonne. But his plan will make a reoccurrence in the show. So yeah, today's video I'll just be discussing Okafor's plan, what I think will happen in this show, because of course his plan is going to make some sort of reoccurrence. It's not going to be a thing that's going to be left open. It's not going to be like a loose end. So yeah, for today's video I'll be discussing Okafor's plan. And now, before we actually get into the video, I'd like to ask you all to like, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much for the growth. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And I want to thank you all for 3.2k subscribers. I did not know that this channel was going to go this far. And especially because I hit 3k not so long ago, just a few days ago, hitting 3.2k is just insane. And just the growth is insane and the views are going up. So this is all because of you guys, and I just want to say thank you to all of you. And now we do have a goal in mind for 5,000 subscribers, so if you guys want to be part of that journey to 5,000 subscribers, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, I do have a goal in mind for this video. If this video reaches 5,000 likes, I'll be doing something special for this channel, so please hit that like button if you guys want to see just more content and something new from this channel. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So first of all, let's actually discuss Okafor's plan. And his plan was that the CRM are bringing more B's than A's, and Rick and Thorn are the only A's in the CRM as of now. And of course, when Jadis did take Rick on the helicopter, she said that he was a B. So again, we have to take that into consideration. Why are they not taking in A's? And Okafor did explain that the A's are taken off somewhere, or they're just straight up killed, or from what we saw in World Beyond, they're used as experiments. And of course, A's are leaders and just people who want to fight back, fight for freedom and everything like that, whereas B's are just normal survivors that want to survive and just live in the world, and they do not stand up to anyone. And of course, Rick is a good leader, right? He's a very good leader. And just the entirety of the Walking Dead main show, we did see that Rick, he does not back down to anyone. He does fight back. For example, with Negan and season 8 of the Walking Dead, he was oppressed. His people were oppressed by Negan and the Saviors, but he did fight back. And that's what Jadis of course saw, and she wanted to trade him off to the CRM as an A. And now Okafor does say that we need to bring in more A's. We need more leaders in the CRM for a proper change. And of course, all the B's that are already in the CRM, for example, the consignees, right? Even though they do have hard tasks and stuff like that, it is paradise for them, right? The CRM, it gives them everything. They give them food, shelter, and also air conditioning and stuff like that. So basically, it's as close to the old world as possible. And of course, as we saw in The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, they also have TV and they have their own broadcasting station. So for just the normal person that's trying to survive, the CRM is paradise for them. But for people like Rick and Thorn and also Okafor, the CRM needs a big change. And of course, Rick is a big key to that. And Okafor did see something in Rick, and of course we as the audience know how Rick Grimes' personality is, how does he fight back to people. So when it comes to bringing a big change to the CRM, Rick is the guy to go. And of course, in the Walking Dead comics, the ending, Rick did end up taking over the Commonwealth. So I think that this is going to be a very similar arc to that, where Major General Beale is going to be thrown out of power, and it's either going to be Rick or Jadis or Thorn or some other character that's going to be taking over the CRM. But me personally, I want to see Rick taking over the CRM, because again, we got to have that comic arc of Rick actually taking over a big community, and of course a community that has a potential to bring the world back to what it was, because of course the CRM only works in secret. And I think another part of Okafor's plan is that, to make the CRM more public, right? To bring more A's in, to bring more B's in, just to have the CRM be more than just a military, because like again, Okafor did say like in the very first episode that the CRM is the most powerful military in the world, and the CRM is more like a military base than a normal community. Of course, we do have to see more of the show, and like, you know, just by judging World Beyond and the rest of the trailers and stuff like that, it does seem like that the CRM is more of a military, and Okafor's plan is a key to changing that, and like, you know, to bring more leaders in, to have multiple people in power, because like the CRM, like it does seem like to me, because again, I did not see any leaks of the show. I don't know how the show is going to be turning out. Hell, I didn't even see episode 2 because again, like I do have issues with my internet. I did make that announcement in my community post. And so, but just by judging episode 1 and just by judging the trailers and stuff like that, it does seem like that Major General Beale is the head of the CRM, and he's the only one that's making these decisions of like bombing other places, bombing other communities, you know, like taking over other communities, like, you know, overrunning them with walkers, and like you know, judging by Okafor himself, just as a person, it does seem like that he's trying to make the CRM better. And he did say that, you know, he did like bomb Atlanta, he bombed like, you know, Los Angeles. He was about to do the same for Philadelphia, but he did not do that. So like again, I wish that Okafor was alive, right, you know, throughout the whole show, so then we could see more of his character, more of his development with Rick Grimes. But like, you know, from what we see of him, and just like, you know, of course it's gonna be pretty obvious that he is going to be in the next episodes, right? Because like again, like the other episodes are going to be taking place in the past, so like we're going to see more of Okafor's plan, and just what does he mean by like, you know, just this big like plan to take over the CRM. Because I think that maybe he has Jadis involved in this in some way, right? Because like again, I did not see episode 2, and there is a moment that like, you know, Jadis does say something. I did not hear it because I didn't want to get myself spoiled, but if it is something linked to Okafor's plan, I think that Jadis is working with him on the inside to create some sort of like, you know, a rebellion against the CRM, to take it over, to bring more people in, and just to not care if the person's an A or a B. If they're an A, put them right into a position of power, right, that could actually benefit the CRM, you know, to helping other people in the world. And if they're a B, like, you know, they're just normal people in the community working normal jobs, instead of the whole consignee thing where they have to kill walkers and, you know, they cannot escape. Now, of course, as I mentioned before, I did not see the leaks, and apparently all 6 episodes have actually leaked for this show, and I've been getting comments in my comment section like actually spoiling this show, but I did not read any of them. But like just a theory here that, you know, if Okafor's plan is a huge plot point, which I do think is going to be a big plot point going forward in the show, I think that Rick or Jadis are going to end up killing Major General Beale and taking over the CRM, because of course, like Jadis, I don't see her as a villain, but maybe she might turn bad, and she might actually backstab Rick, and she actually might end up killing Major General Beale, like how we did see in season 11 with Pope, right? You know how Leah backstabbed Pope, she killed Pope, and then, you know, she basically backstabbed Daryl, and she took over the Reapers. This could be a same situation, right? This could be the same exact situation where Jadis does work with Rick on the inside to take down Major General Beale, but then she assumes power, and then she runs the CRM, and she becomes the new big villain of the Walking Dead universe. And of course, like, we did not see much of Major General Beale so far, especially in the first episode. We just saw like one scene with him with Rick, and then he was just gone from the whole episode, and like we don't know what like huge role Major General Beale is going to play. And I personally hope, right, this is just my, like, you know, opinion, but I want Major General Beale to stay as the main villain of the Walking Dead universe. I think that he has a lot of potential. Like, the actor is amazing, and just with the one scene he has, like, I could totally see him being like the big bad of the Walking Dead universe and whatever crossover series they're going to go for. But, you know, if Okafor and Jadis were actually working on the inside to like actually take over the CRM with like the whole like A's and B's and bringing in more A's, maybe Jadis might end up killing Major General Beale, and she might take over the CRM, and she might become the big bad of the Walking Dead universe. But again, Okafor's plan could actually backfire on the CRM, and like, of course, like his plan is to bring in more A's, more leaders, more people willing to fight. So this could disrupt the like, you know, the order of the CRM, like, you know, just like having one person in power or just two people in power, right? They are maintaining order and they're maintaining rules. But if you have like a lot of people like trying to be leaders, people with like the Rick mindset in the CRM, like a lot of A's in there, it could disrupt the whole order and just like all of them trying to take over the CRM. I could totally see that being a major plot point in whatever crossover series is going to be going on. And like maybe by the end of it, like Rick Grimes is the one that actually does take over the CRM. Like how I did say before, they might do a Commonwealth arc thing with this, where like Rick is actually like, you know, the main leader of the Commonwealth by the end. But of course he does get shot by Sebastian, but the people wanted him to be the leader. It could be the same situation here with the CRM, where like a whole bunch of A's are trying to be leaders of the CRM because they're seeing a lot of potential, they're seeing a lot of power in it. And then in this crossover series or whatever is going to happen, like, you know, Rick does like make his speech about we're not the Walking Dead, whereas they still did make it in season 11. You know, I think that Rick should still make that speech. And of course, because like again, like if you have this like whole plan come into fruition in The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, I don't see how they could make a crossover series if they do kill off Major General Beale. And of course they could go with the whole route of making Jadis the main villain and all of that, but you know, like I think that they brought in Major General Beale for a reason. They've been teasing him for a reason, because like the way that he was teased was a lot like Thanos in the MCU, where he was in the shadows and World Beyond, no one knew who he was. And then now he did make a small appearance in this show, and I think that, like, you know, with the small amount of time we're seeing Major General Beale, I think that he's going to be a major problem going forth, because he is a general, right? He is a military leader of the strongest military on the planet. So he did not get that title for no reason. So like again, like he could be a problem for like all of the characters, all of our main characters in the Walking Dead universe. And I think that Okafor's plan is either going to fail, it's going to backfire on them, or like it just might not happen at all, or like, you know, something is going to happen, like, you know, with this plan if somebody else is working with Okafor on the inside, such as Thorn, Jadis, or even maybe Rick by some point, right? And like that would be the whole story of the crossover series. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I'd like to ask you all to like, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much for the growth. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And I know I promised a review on episode 2 for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, and I'm trying to work on that, but like I'm having a lot of issues with my internet. It's not working so great, so I'm not able to watch the episode. And like, you know, I didn't want to wait so many days, like, you know, to actually make a video, so I just made this video, and I thought about Okafor's plan like the whole week, and I thought that, like, you know, this would be a great basis for a video. And of course, like, you know, another reason why the recording's been delayed, like, you know, the video has been delayed, was because my mic is causing me a lot of issues. It's keep on disconnecting from my laptop, so it's really causing me like a lot of issues when it comes to recording and just taking takes and stuff like that. So I do apologize for the big delay, and I'll try getting everything sorted out for my future videos. But yeah, like, I would like to ask you all to like, share, and subscribe. We have a goal in mind for 5,000 subscribers, so if you guys want to be part of that journey to 5,000 subscribers, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, we do have a goal in mind for this video specifically for 5,000 likes, so if you guys could get this video to 5,000 likes, I would really appreciate it, and also I would do something very special for this channel. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching.